Hello everyone, and welcome back to another episode of World of Tanks Aces. And today I'm on Ullenberg in another one of those tanks that I've had for a very long time, but not been able to get the ace tank in. The M41 Walker Bulldog Tier 7 American light tank. So, Ullenberg, platooned up with two of the Tier 8 heavies, and I decided to go immediately for a sort of spotting run on the western end of the map. So, you know, getting the initial spots in so we know what is where. And as a bonus, I spot the S51 artillery on the enemy team, which allows our artillery to pretty much kill that S51 in a minute or so. So, not a lot happening. I don't want to go too far forward, there's the artillery, in order to, you know, not get shot. And, well, don't have a good shot over there, but there's the IS. So, just opening up with the autoloader that I've got equipped, and, you know, putting a shot in here and there. At this point I still take two blind shots. Probably would have been better off not doing that before I switch over to the IS-3. The first shot at fire bounces and the second shot misses, and now I'm reloading. Well, no big surprise there, but you know, it's going along fairly nicely. Both of our teams have lost one tank each. Yeah, well, it's just going along. So, still trying to get a few spots in. That Comet is actually the biggest threat because of the rate of fire. So, I see that my team is moving up, and now it's time to, well, pretty much move back to the other end of the map, so the southern end of the map, due to the flank being entirely open. So I move up on the left side. I see the T-34 on the minimap, immediately move into the into cover behind the buildings before continuing on towards the south. So Cromwell begins shooting at me, which pretty much means that I'm spotted. And there are the tanks that probably spotted me. The Spähpanzer. The Cromwell is definitely aiming at me. As you can see, he wants me dead. And I don't look where I'm going, so I run completely into the rock. At this point I've still got half a clip, so I decide to use that in order to support our charioteer to take out the ELC that hasn't been able to leave this place. So there he is. He sees me, aims for me, but it's too late. The charioteer takes him out. So half a clip left. I of course want to shoot them or reload. And at this point I make the mistake of not going for the reload at once, because here I waste a lot of time. Can't shoot at the T-34-100, and even though I theoretically have a shot at the Cromwell, it's so close that I would have been better off just reloading. And now that the IS-3 is there, I realize that I need to back up in order to not die. So at this point, going for the reload. And as you can see on the scores, it's not going particularly well for us. We've only killed 3 tanks and they've killed, oh well, 4 now, and they've killed 8. So we are heavily outnumbered, and the amount of hit points that we've got left is actually a lot lower than they have. So I'm soon to be reloaded, and I see the Cromwell moving out. The artillery takes a shot, takes him down to very low health. I come around, take him out, and immediately turn around in order to avoid the T-34-100 and the IS, who are probably coming around that corner. Instead, I take shots at these two tanks, the Comet and the T-34, because, you know, I'm far enough away in order to avoid getting shot by them, or even spotted for that matter. And, you know, it's 3 shots, although the amount of damage that I do with this clip is really low, and I would have been better off actually moving to a different side of this castle. Anyway, what has been done has been done. So I wait for the reload. Can't really do a lot at this point, except maybe keeping that T-34 spotted for our Crusader, who is pretty much too far up. So now that I'm reloaded, and you can see that this is pretty much a no-go, the chance of getting damage done there is pretty much 0, but side of a Ferdinand? Oh yes. This is the best position for the autoloader. Big flat side and a lot of health, and artillery takes him out, but I still managed to do a lot of damage. I've got 2 shots left, which I at this point waste on this IS. It would have been much better doing the damage on the STRV, because, you know, I'm going to penetrate that, and I would have not killed the IS in 2 shots anyway. So that was a bit of a waste. Artillery takes him out, takes another tank out, and artillery on the enemy team goes for me. And this is bad because, well, now both me and the only buddy I've got left as a platoon mate is dead. T-34-100 takes out the T-34B. I can't shoot at the STRV. I see that the T-34-100 is moving to get me. Back up. Now I'm reloaded, getting the shots in. Really tense here, and the T-34 hits my tracks. That was a lot closer than I wanted. The IS-3 takes out our poor artillery, and I'm just moving away from this position. I see the IS-3 and hoping that I can get a flank before he kills my ally, but I was lucky twice there. Fire, and the enemy IS-3 missed, and here I get lucky another time. The Comet misses, which allows me to kill the Comet. Go for the reload. I know I can't kill anything or do anything, so, you know, reload. One artillery fired at my ally, but didn't kill him entirely. And at this point we've got 3 enemies left. Okay, 2 enemies left. The IS, you drowned, which is excellent, because this leaves 2 artillery pieces left, and would have been 1 ally if I had flipped right there, because I probably would have died at once. However, you may have noticed the alarm going off, because at this point we've only got 1 minute and 15 seconds around left in order to kill 2 artillery pieces. And at this point I was really tense, because I wanted to win this. I mean, I've done a lot of damage, we've barely survived a lot of attacks. Okay, 1 artillery is spotted. I leave him for my ally in order to get the spots on A0, because that's probably where he is, and it's really important that I spot him and take him out before he has a chance to fire at my ally. Right, I've distracted him at this point, so he's no longer aiming at my ally, which allows me to kill him. Right, 30 seconds and 1 artillery piece left, and I'm at 5 kills. My ally tells me in voice chat at this point, go get him, waste the first shot, don't let it aim, but I've got a lot of shots left, and that is the game. And so, after taking a minute to get the adrenaline out of my system, I had a chance to take a look at the scores. The mandatory ace tanker, and, as a light tank, rather surprisingly, the high caliber award and Top Gun. And there's not a lot more you can say about that on the personal score, but moving on to the team score, we can see that I've done 3,239 damage, with 1,559 base experience, which is very respectable for a tier 7 tank in a tier 8 game, especially in a light tank. And, well, I'm just gonna move on quickly to the detailed report, where you can see that a lot of the damage I did was from a distance of more than 300 meters. But I also did a lot of assistance damage with 1,700. And, well, that's about it for this episode. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you a lot next time.